you care for me.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you for your wonderful welcome, everyone. It sure is nice to be with all of you again. And today, my show is inspired by your wonderful letters. You may wonder what people write to me about. Well, all sorts of things, actually. Sometimes they tell me about their families, or they make requests for music on the show. And sometimes the letters take on a kind of a humorous tone. I received one just a short time ago asking me why I smiled so much. Well, I guess it's because I'm kind of a happy guy, and I hope that maybe some of that happiness will rub off on a lot of folks watching me. George, I'll tell you what. If you got some music that has a lot of smiles in it, I'll tell the folks what I've discovered about smiles. Oh, that's cute. There are smiles that make you happy. There are smiles that make you blue. There are smiles that chase away the teardrops, like the sunbeams chase away the dew. There are smiles that have a tender meaning that the eyes of love alone can see. But the smiles that fill my heart with sunshine are the smiles that you give to me. Well, you get the idea? Not quite? Well, let me illustrate. Okay, you watch now. There are smiles that make you happy. And then there are smiles that make you blue. There are smiles that chase away the teardrops, just like the sunbeams chase away the dew. There are smiles that have a tender meaning that the eyes of love alone can see. But the smiles that fill my heart with sunshine are the smiles that you give to me. But the smiles that fill my heart with sunshine are the smiles that you give to me. Thank you very, very much. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be back in just a moment. In the meantime, keep smiling, and here's a word from our sponsor. You know, ladies and gentlemen, I'm always very pleased when children write to me and make requests for numbers on my program. Here's a letter from a little boy saying, "Dear Liberace, will you please play the Galloping Horses?" And it's signed Ronnie. And the wonderful thing about this letter is that it took me a long time to figure out just what Ronnie meant by the Galloping Horses. And in searching my memory, I remembered telling a story once on my program about a Beethoven composition, the Allegretto from the D minor sonata. And in it I told a little story about how the galloping of horses inspired Beethoven to write this famous classic. So it makes me very happy to play for Ronnie the Allegretto, the Galloping Horses by Beethoven. You enjoyed that, Ronnie. Complete with the horse. Thank you very much. I have here a letter, ladies and gentlemen, that was written to me by a married couple, and they request a song that was very popular in 1933, the year it was written, and the year, incidentally, that these two people met. It's been their favorite song ever since, as it has with millions of people throughout the world. Jerome Kern's Smoke Gets in Your Eyes. They ask me how I knew my true love was true. I, of course, replied, something deep inside cannot be denied. They said someday you'll find all who love are blind. When your heart's on fire, you must realize smoke gets in your eyes. and I gaily laughed to think they could doubt my love. And yet today, my love has flown away. I am without my love. Now laughing friends deride tears I cannot hide. So I smile and say, when that lovely flame dies, smoke gets in your eyes. They said, someday you'll find that all who love are blind, and when your heart's on fire, smoke gets in your eyes. So I chaffed them, and I gaily laughed to think they could doubt my love. And yet today, my love has flown away, and I'm without my love. Now, laughing friends deride tears I cannot hide. I smile and say, when that lovely flame dies, smoke gets in your eyes. Here's a very wonderful letter from a young lady in New York City who attended our concert at Madison Square Garden. And she enjoyed it very much, and she particularly enjoyed the Latin music we played on the program, where I introduced all the boys in the orchestra. Remember that number, fellas? It was Kumanov, I believe. That's the one. And she would like to hear it again because she said some of the members of her family were unable to attend the concert, and she'd like them to see how we presented that number at the Garden. So let's see. First of all, there was Bob Manners. He played the conga drum. And Bob Sandy played the bongo drums. That's right. And let's see, our violin section. First there was Walter Borsella. He played the cantina. And Truman Boardman played the cowbell. And then there was Emil Briano, who played the cabasa. And Johnny Grass, our French hornist, played the clavis. Our guitarist, Alan Roos, played the tambourine. And Gordon Robinson, our arranger, the güiro. And last but not least, my brother George shook his maracas. Now you will hear the sounds of all of these instruments in this Kumana. Thank you very, very much. Wonderful, fellas. Thank you. A lot of the mail we receive is from the members of our fan clubs. We are very, very proud of the fact that we have many fan clubs. I think I'm most proud of the fact of a certain club in Louisville, Kentucky. They are composed mainly of blind members who never miss one of our shows. And they have adopted the symbol of the candelabra as the symbol of their club. They call it the Candelabra Club. And they have a slogan, "In music, there is light." And just a short time ago, they sent me a wonderful memento of their club. I'd like to show it to you. This is a copper plate, ladies and gentlemen, that later became the front cover of their fan club newspaper. And in Braille, as you can see, is traced the outline of the piano and the candelabra. And over here, they've even traced the image of my little French poodle, Suzette. And there were several pages in this fan club newspaper describing their reaction to my shows, and they mentioned in the paper that their favorite music is the music of Chopin, whose symbol also was the candelabra. So I would like to send them this album of my Chopin that I recorded for Columbia. But right now, I'm going to play a number that they have adapted as their theme song of the club. It's the very famous short prelude in A major Chopin wrote that only lasts 45 seconds. Here's a letter that is rather amusing. It's from some friends in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, who remember a number I did on one of my programs. It was a piano duet where I played both pianos. Remember that one? Well, this is offering me a bit of a challenge here because they'd like to see and hear what I do with the Third Man theme. So from the David O. Selznick picture, The Third Man, here are three Liberaces playing the Third Man theme. All three of us, thank you very, very much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry it's time to go. I wish we had more time so I could continue acknowledging the requests in your letters, but we'll have to put it off for another time, which I hope will be real soon. So until we meet again, this is Liberace in Hollywood. On behalf of my brother George and everyone in our show and all the Liberaces saying, I'll see you in the morning sun, and when the night is new, I'll be looking at the moon, but I'll be seeing you.